Kenya is among countries that are moving towards the commercialization of agricultural biotechnology crops. This recognition was made during the 2011 Global Status of Commercialized Biotech and Genetically Modified Crops report released by the chairman and founder of the International Service for the Acquisition of Agribiotech Applications, ISA. According to this report, the growth rate in the production of agribiotech crops increased by 8% in 2011. But the question is, why is it really necessary to adopt the technology in Kenya? I recently talked on phone to Dr. Clive James, the founder of the International Service for the Acquisition of Agribiotech Applications, ISA, on the significance of alternative technologies for crop production and especially biotechnology.
Well, the big challenge for the world is to feed the population of tomorrow. On the 31st of October, 2011, a very important event happened. The world population reached 7 billion people for the first time, and that is expected to grow to 9 billion people by 2050 and to over 10 billion people by the turn of the century. Now, the big question is, how are we going to feed 10 billion people at the end of the century? If we take Kenya, you have a population today of approximately 42 million, and that is expected to increase to 65 million people by 2050. It is very clear that conventional technology alone will not allow you to double food production, will not allow you to feed the Kenyan population of tomorrow. This is why biotech crops are important.
But then, there's been a lot of neglect from governments. They don't want to promote this technology. Why?
If you look at the acceptance of any new technology, it takes time before it is accepted by society. And the best way to address the issue of acceptance is to share knowledge. This is exactly what we're doing on this program. The issues that have been brought up by critics is the safety of the technology in terms of food, the negative potential effect on the environment, and the fact that this technology is a sophisticated technology unable to cater for the needs of small farmers. Now, that is speculation. If we look at the facts, they are completely different. And what you see today is that this technology, based on 16 years of experience in 29 countries, with millions of farmers, with millions of tons of food, feed, and fiber produced, that this technology is safe from a food safety point of view, contributes in a positive way to the environment because it decreases the application of pesticides. And unlike what the critics will tell you, this technology is already delivering significant benefits to approximately 15 million resource-poor farmers and their families. That's a total of about 60 million people in countries like China, India, the Philippines, Burkina Faso, South Africa, Egypt, and I can go on.
Now, Dr. Clive James, earlier you mentioned that this technology is somehow sophisticated. Then how do we ensure that all people, including governments, get to understand this technology very well indeed?
Well, what you have here, Jeff, is the most sophisticated technology known to agriculture, but packaged in the simplest technology that is known and understood by every Kenyan farmer, by every farmer in the world. That technology is called the seed. So what we have here is a product that is sophisticated, but packaged in the simplest technology that is known and trusted by farmers throughout the world. Very powerful.
Kenya is in the list of 3 other countries that have conducted field trials, and it's a matter of time before farmers in the country plant biotechnology crops. But what significance will this technology have in our social, political, and economical lifestyles? Dr. Clive James will tell us what impact crop biotechnology will have if adopted in Kenya in tomorrow's edition of the Farmers Forum. But meanwhile, I have a question for you. Do you think biotechnology is necessary in Kenya? Do you think biotechnology is necessary in Kenya? Please send us your answer to 0737 826 800. 0737 826-800. The Farmers Forum is brought to you courtesy of KBC in partnership with Farmer Voice Radio. My name is Geoffrey Onditi. Have a lovely day.